The Convair 990 was a retired American narrow-body four-engined jet airliner. It was produced by Convair on the request of American Airlines, who wanted a faster jet which could cross the country 45 minutes quicker than other jets. It was an upgraded version of the Convair 880. It was produced between 1961 to 63. The 990 did not meet the speed specifications and American Airlines reduced its order. This resulted in the 990A, which was faster than its rivals Boeing and Douglas. It was retired during the fuel crisis of the 1970s as it consumed more fuel compared to its competitors. The Bristol Type 167 Brabazon was a large British piston-engine propeller-driven airliner designed by the Bristol Aeroplane Company to fly transatlantic routes between the UK and the United States. It was also known as Britain's White Elephant. It was made for comfortable travel. It even had a cinema, kitchen, and air conditioning, which was a first. By 1952, about £3.4 million had been spent on development. It was later cancelled as no airline was interested in purchasing it. This was due to the introduction of the first jet airliner like the de Havilland Comet. The Lockheed L-1011 TriStar was an American medium to long-range, wide-body tri-jet airliner built by the Lockheed Corporation. It was made to rival the McDonnell Douglas DC-10. Its tri-jet configuration, with a third engine center-mounted, featured an S-duct air inlet embedded in the tail and the upper fuselage, making it unique compared to its rivals. The aircraft also had novel features like an autoland capability and an automated descent control system. It faced delays with the Rolls-Royce engines. As a result, it was beaten to the market by its rival. The TriStar's failure to achieve profitability caused Lockheed to withdraw from the civilian aircraft business, and it was gradually retired during the 1990s. The VFW Fokker 614 was a twin-engine jetliner designed and constructed by joint Dutch and West German aviation company VFW Fokker. It is the first jet-powered passenger liner to be developed and produced in West Germany. It was also the first German-built civil aircraft to have been manufactured for a decade. The VFW 614 was originally proposed during the early 1960s by a consortium of West German aircraft companies, who were soon reorganized into VFW. Its most distinctive feature was its engines, which were mounted in pods on pylons above the wing. The program was cancelled in 1977, since anticipated sales and production were not achieved. The Sud Aviation SE-210 Caravelle was a French jet airliner produced by Sud Aviation. It was developed by SN Case in the early 1950s. It included some de Havilland designs and components developed for the de Havilland Comet. The short-range airliner was powered by two rear-mounted Rolls-Royce turbojet engines. The company SN Case was later merged into the larger Sud Aviation conglomerate. In total, 282 aircraft were built until production ended in 1972. It was ordered by airlines on every continent and operated until its retirement in 2005. The BAC 111 was an early jet airliner produced by the British Aircraft Corporation, BAC. The short-haul, narrow-body aircraft was powered by aft-mounted Rolls-Royce turbofans. The prototype conducted its maiden flight on August 20, 1963, and it was first delivered to British United Airways, BUA, on January 22, 1965. Also, a 119-seat version known as the 500 series was introduced in 1967. Total production amounted to 244 until 1982 in the United Kingdom. It was also known as a workhorse and was very reliable as it was easy to maintain. It was very loud and noisy, and due to noise regulations there was a need to make the engines quieter. The stricter international noise regulations and rising fuel efficiency standards made the aircraft less competitive compared to newer, quieter, and more economical jets. It resulted in airlines gradually phasing out the BAC 111, leading to its eventual retirement from commercial service. The Fairchild Dornier 328 jet was a commuter airliner, based upon the turboprop-powered Dornier 328, developed by the German aircraft manufacturer Dornier. It would be the last Dornier-designed aircraft to reach production before the company's collapse during the early 2000s. The 328 jet was a relatively straightforward re-engineering of the existing 328. In 1996, the financially distressed Dornier company was acquired by the American aerospace firm Fairchild Aircraft. This resulted in the corporation being named Fairchild Dornier, which continued development of the 328 jet. The jet was retired mainly due to the bankruptcy of Fairchild Dornier, along with high operating costs, limited seating capacity, and strong competition for more efficient regional jets like the Embraer ERJ family and Bombardier CRJ series. The Ilyushin IL-62 was a Soviet long-range narrow-body jetliner designed in 1960 by Ilyushin. It was a successor to the popular turboprop IL-18, and with capacity for almost 200 passengers and crew, the IL-62 was the world's largest jet airliner when first flown in 1963. The seventh quad-engined long-range jet airliner to fly was the first such type to be operated by the Soviet Union and a number of Allied nations. The Ilyushin IL-62 was gradually retired during the 1990s and early 2000s. It was mainly due to poor fuel efficiency, high noise levels, and an aging design, along with stricter international regulations and competition from newer, more economical aircraft. The Avro Canada C-102 jetliner was a Canadian prototype medium-range turbojet-powered airliner built by Avro Canada in 1949. It was beaten to the air by only 13 days by the de Havilland Comet, thereby becoming the second purpose-built jet airliner in the world. The name jetliner was chosen as a shortening of the term jet airliner, a term which is still in popular usage. The aircraft was considered suitable for busy routes along the U.S. eastern seaboard and garnered intense interest. However, continued delays in Avro Canada's all-weather interceptor project, the CF-100 Canuck, led to an order to stop working on the project in 1951, with a prototype jetliner later cut up for scrap. The Comac C909, originally known as Comac ARJ21, is a 78 to 90-seat regional jet manufactured by the Chinese state-owned aerospace company Comac. Development of the ARJ21, Advanced Regional Jet, began in March 2002. The first prototype was rolled out on December 21, 2007, and made its maiden flight on November 28, 2008 from Shanghai. According to Western analysts, the ARJ21 is heavily derived from the MD-80. It received its CAAC type certification on December 30, 2014 and was introduced on June 28, 2016 by Chengdu Airlines. 172 airframes had been delivered as of 2025.